to Lights One Court, the show where we break down your favorite made-for-TV movies, one bottle at a time. I'm your host, Patrick Serrano, and today we are talking about Killer Daddy Issues. Yay! Killer Daddy Issues stars Carolyn McCormick, Jillian Murray, Lisa Thornhill, Chris Riggi, and Kristina Reyes. On the show, we either pour it up, which means yes, would recommend, or put a cork in it, which means no thank you. So what are we going to do to this movie? Put a cork in it. If you haven't seen the movie and you want to avoid spoilers, you're going to want to pause the video here because I'm going to do a quick recap starting now. The movie begins with Carrie, who has amazing eyebrows and a horse. Flash to 4 weeks earlier, Carrie and her mumbling husband.
Hey, promise me that even after we do make this baby, you still come in here and tell me time to go to bed? I mean, at least every once in a while.
What did he say? I think he said his name's Luke.
Maybe.
They're trying to get pregnant. The young couple isn't the only one with news. Grace, Carrie's mother, is married to a much younger man named Reed. It's a surprise, and Carrie complains to her Latinx stable hand, Sophia, that her father would be rolling over in his grave. Grace asks her housekeeper, Maria, to make dinner for the family and invites her and her daughter Sophia to join them. Because they aren't servants, they're like family. After cooking, eating, and then cleaning the meal, Maria catches Reed peeping on Carrie and Luke trying to make a baby. The next morning, Reed and Grace go for a horse ride. Grace falls off and ends up in a coma. Carrie blames Reed and accuses him of trying to kill her mother for money. Carrie checks in with her lawyer and orders a DNA test for Sophia to find out who her father is. If you think that last sentence is random, it is. An unsolicited DNA test? Cool. The results come back and Sophia learns that her father is Carrie's father. Her mother had an affair with him and has been the housekeeper ever since. This isn't problematic. Insert a gratuitous shirtless scene to make it all better. Maria is killed in a car crash after the brakes go out. It was Carrie's car, and she was the target of the accident. Carrie does some social media stalking on Reed, and he looks more guilty than ever. Grace wakes up from her coma and clears everything up. Her saddle was loose, and it wasn't Reed's fault. Sophia freaks out on everyone, and honestly, she isn't wrong here.
She made your life a living hell, and you're just gonna blow it off like it was nothing?
Whoa, Sophia, what's gotten into you? Where's your mom?
Oh, you didn't tell her? Was my mom so insignificant to you that you couldn't even bother to tell her that she died in your car?
Maria died?
There was a terrible accident. And Maria didn't make it.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry, Sophia.
What do you care? She was your maid.
No, she was my friend.
Tell yourself that. She can't hear us anyway.
Hashtag Team Sophia. Carrie is shot off her horse and calmly calls for help. Then Grace and Carrie meet with a lawyer who tells them that they're not inheriting a large sum of money due to Grace remarrying too quickly. Carrie finds the DNA test results and realizes Sophia is responsible for everything, even her own mother's death. The two women fight with a pitchfork and then later guns. Sophia is taken away by the police who say,
"Come down, give a full statement."
What happens to her now?
Nothing good.
And that is Killer Daddy Issues. It sure has issues.
The issue here with the movie is that we have a little bit of a problem. We had our Latinx family, Sophia, and her mom, Maria, who were servants to the rich white family. Hated that. And the whole movie was set up as a misdirect. We thought it was going to be about the killer daddy. And they set it up to be this whole thing with him. And then all of a sudden, Sophia is jealous and on a rampage to get revenge. The pacing was also slow and kind of just meandered around because they were setting up one thing and then went with the other thing, which, then you're not really doing anything. Now it is time for the Minority Report, the segment where we talk about representation in TV movies and why it matters. Most of this conversation has been about representation in TV movies as we are addressing the kind of depiction of Latinx characters in this movie being problematic, having them being servants. Also, I don't know Lisa Thornhill's background, but is she a white actress portraying a Latinx character? If so, that would be really not cool. I don't know for sure, so I'm not going to say that it's totally not cool, but from the looks of things, looks a little problematic. Also, I'm fine having a Latinx villain in a Lifetime movie. Love that, that's fun. But when you have the character being jealous and wanting more because she's been put in this poor little house and the servant and da-da-da, it's not a good look. Can't we just have a good old-fashioned he stole my man? And that wraps up today's episode. You can find more in-depth and detailed reviews on our blog, lifetimeincourt.com. Don't forget to check out our podcast, also called Lifetime in Court. You can subscribe to the channel and leave a like or a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Remember, we watch these movies so you don't have to. But if you do, hit us up. You can follow me at Patrick Miguel or the show at Lifetime in Court. Okay, that's it for today. Bye!